Give the gift of entertainment.
In Motown's Merry Christmas, a night of specials Monday.
Pastor Pete.
Oh, hello, Elf Debbie. Are you enjoying Christmas so far?
Am I? I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of the year. There's Santa and elves and reindeer and candy. And my favorite part? Christmas carols.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, you are an elf.
You know what my favorite one is?
Is it Oh Holy Night?
Close. It's Santa Claus is coming to town.
Well, that is a popular one.
We could sing it. Do you know the words?
I think so.
Okay. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not cry. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. Take it away.
Well, he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows whether you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake.
Yikes, that sounds way creepier when you say it.
Well, I guess I'm more of a storyteller than a singer.
Fair enough. Have you got one for me?
What kind of story would you like?
A Christmas story about Santa and elves and reindeer and candy and the North Pole.
And Jesus?
Jesus? Does it have to be about Jesus?
Well, I'd say if it's not about Jesus, it's really not about Christmas, is it?
I guess.
I know. How about a story about Jesus and Santa?
Is it a true story?
Well, no, but it's about something that is true. It's about the gospel.
Oh. What's the gospel?
The gospel is the most wonderful thing you could ever hear about. It's about Jesus, about who he is and what he came to do. It's about what Christmas is all about.
The gospel?
Yes, and this is the story about how Santa learned the gospel.
When Santa learned the gospel, he first learned it from an elf. This tiny Santa's helper had just learned of it herself. A child had asked for Christmas to receive a Bible book. This elf had made one in the shop, then paused to have a look. She read all about Jesus and the call to follow him. She learned how Jesus lived and taught and died to pay for sin. She learned how Jesus rose again and how he will return. And then this elf read how she should respond to all she'd learned. She shut the book, put down her tools, then closed her eyes and prayed. Right then and there, this little elf trusted in Christ that day. The next day, she told Santa. It was awkward, unprepared. She knew she didn't know that much, but what she knew, she shared. She told Santa the gospel. It was simple, it was short. But a seed was sown in Santa's heart, which grew into a thought. Santa reflected on his life and the message he supported, then compared it to the gospel that the elf had just reported. He'd always thought that everyone was naughty or nice. He'd had them all in 2 big lists and even checked it twice. He'd always thought that you only got a gift if you'd been good. The naughty kids got lumps of coal. That's what he understood. They'd all line up in shopping malls and sit upon his knee and claim that they were always nice as nice can be. Of course, he saw them when they slept and knew when they awoke. He also knew their nice attempts were pretty much a joke. Their heads weren't filled with thoughts as nice as kindness, peace, and joy, but with the never-ending list of their desired toys. He knew their hearts, but he had thought, they're trying to be good. That's good enough to make the list. Otherwise, no one would. So every year they're good enough. With toys would be rewarded. And every year he realized this message he supported. The good will get the presents. The bad will get the coal. And trying to be good enough is good enough a goal. That was the message he knew, but now he knew another. He had just learned the gospel, so he compared them to each other. The message of the gospel turned his message upside down. The good, the bad, the naughty, and nice, it switched it all around. There's no one good but God alone, he'd heard Jesus concluded, and those who claim they're good enough are simply just deluded. If there's a list of who is good, that standard we've all missed. And Santa saw that even he was on the naughty list. That shook his world. That rocked his boat. That gripped him in his soul. To think that even Santa Claus deserved a lump of coal. But that was only half of what the gospel message said. It also flipped what happened to the naughty on its head. Instead of being written off as just not good enough, the message to the naughty list was one of grace and love. The gospel offered mercy to all those deserving coal. The gospel offered forgiveness and cleansing of the soul. The gospel told how Jesus died our death to pay the price, to reconcile us all to God, both naughty and nice. This offer was a real gift. Unlike presents 'neath the tree, it was not earned by being good. God offered it for free. Santa compared his message with this new one he had learned. His message said you got the presents your good deeds had earned. The message of the gospel offered something so much greater. Jesus had come to reconcile the world to their Creator. When Santa grasped the gospel, he did not know what to do. So the elf said nervously, how about I pray with you? So that night at the North Pole, by the fire in his den, with a simple prayer led by an elf, Santa was born again. And now in Christ, forgiven, free, his new life had begun. And Santa had a message to share with everyone.
So, what'd you think of the story?
Oh, it was amazing. It was such good news. Tell me more.
You know what? I know a good place for you. New Hope Community Church, we meet on Sunday mornings, and you can learn all about the gospel. And you know what? I heard that if you show up and mention the story, they'll give you a free copy.
A free copy? That's awesome! That's amazing! That is so awesome, but I want one.
You can have that.